Hey guys, Phantom here, and welcome to another reaction video. Now tonight, I didn't know what to react to till I saw a well-hated show. Y'all remember Scooby-Doo, the best kids cartoon that's ever been created throughout all of our childhoods. Now, I have a question. Why take one of the best known characters, more lovable female character, give her her own show, change each other's characters, and some change race? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to be offensive, nor want to be offensive. But this well-known show that we all know is well offensive and has terrible views. Terrible reviews. I've seen episode 1. I instantly hated.
So much sarcasm, so more racism, and such cringe. Why did it have to be cringe? Scooby. Why they had to do him like that in that show? They changed Daffy. They changed Fred. They changed Shaggy. Even they've changed Velma. That's right. If you haven't guessed it yet, I'm talking about Velma. I watched one episode. One. Instantly terrible.
So terrible. I can already see people seeing the ending. I have not seen the ending, but something does involve Velma getting all bloodied up. In this video, the creator of this video is Avocado Animations. A lot of people have been reacting to this, so I'm like, let me react to this. Since when I saw Scooby look like a monster and being vicious at like a rabid dog, as some dogs will be, I'm hoping that it kills Black Velma. And hey, I'm just saying that. Hey, I mean, come on, I'm black, and it's not racist. No racism in this video. Just want to make that clear. Since we got the classic Velma, or better yet, so we don't have to keep on saying the race and all. I'm going to call her the 2022 Velma. Just so no one can get easily offended. If you guys don't care if I call her just Black Velma, I mean, come on, I'm black. I can just say Black Velma. But you don't know who's sensitive about saying something like that. But anyway, I'm getting way off topic. But anyway, when I seen the title, it says Velma meets the original Velma. The 2022 Velma meets the classic Velma. The smartest, lovable person in the group. Honestly, if there was a choice between her and Daphne, I'm going for Velma. Since I do like smart girls. Velma. Daphne is just all fashion and good looks. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. But it's the personality that counts. Now, what I know about the characters in the 2022 version is just no. Just no. Fred changed. Daphne's definitely changed. Shaggy and Velma changed. And then Even Scooby changed. Why? Just why? To the creators, why? Why ruin a childhood show for others and just ruin it? Why? But anyway, I just want to get on to the video. I will still do, if you haven't seen one of my videos of my gameplay, it was the one with Charles the Train. Choo Choo Charles. I can't help but call him Choo Choo Charlie because I just felt like it's the best name for it. But it's Charles. I can't help but call him Charlie. But anyway, part 2 will be coming. So, right now, reacting. Anyway, Avocado Animations. Let's see what you got. Because right now, seeing the gang.
I just want to slaughter them all. All of it. Destroy this universe. Make sure it's fade from existence. Along with Teen Titans Go. Bring back the originals. But anyway, on to the video.
Guys, look what I got. I found him right outside.
Norville, that dog is big and brown, which is the exact opposite of Fred's tiny white dog.
Whoa. You got a problem with that, Velma? You really got a problem with it? Hold on, rewind.
I found him right outside.
Norville, that dog is big and brown, which is the exact opposite of Fred's tiny white dog.
What's wrong with that? Velma, what's wrong with him? Ain't nothing wrong with Scooby. Why you gotta judge everything? Huh? You can't say, oh, he looks so adorable. He looks so cute. I want to keep him. You just gotta figure about everything, woman.
Velma?
And she's doing it again. Seen something different, Velma?
Is something wrong? Yeah, you don't look too good.
I need some air!
What's wrong, Velma? Is that PTSD acting up again? Have you finally seen the truth? Are you finally awoken? If I had third eye, it'd be showing. I'd show you the truth. You are nothing but a sorry excuse of a Velma and the rest of the gang. Disgrace. I swear, if they want about Scrappy in this, oh God. Creators of Velma, do not bring Scrappy in this, I swear. That would be awful. Way more awful. You're just making a niece. Do not make him a niece or nephew to female Scooby. I've heard rumors. I don't even have to watch the entire series to know what's going on. You see it all.
I didn't think it happened so soon. It's getting worse. I love you. You know that, right? I love all of you. But I don't understand why you keep remembering.
Well,
We'd go solving mysteries together. It was simple, fun. But you started overcomplicating things.
You know, I never really thought of it before, but why can Scooby talk?
Now that you mention it, it is a
Why
bit
not?
odd.
Yeah, like, what's up with that, man?
Jeepers, Velma, you might be onto something.
And suddenly... the fun was over. So I took what remained, and I rebuilt you. I rebuilt the world, and we were back to our classic adventures. But you started to remember. Again, and again, and again.
so wait. So you're telling me, Scooby-Doo, you restarted everything? Even in different dimensions? Different universes? I gotta rewind this.
Hold up. I'm trying to remember one of the...
Again.
I've seen this one as a kid. I can't remember which show it was, what kind of Scooby-Doo show it was, but I know they were kids.
And again. And
What's the new
again.
Scooby-Doo?
I just want what we once had. Yet each time I capture less of your essence. This being my most flawed world yet.
Flawed? But we're meta now!
Ugh. Never the matter.
Honestly, Scoob, why you have to make this kind of Velma? And the others. They even made you a female. A female human. Where did it all go wrong, Scoob? Where did it all go wrong? Honestly, I'm feeling some Mr. Pickles vibe.
I'll get it right. Next time. Please don't run. I don't like to chase.
Honestly, that's actually what's satisfying, seeing something like that. I wish all the rest of the gang gets slaughtered. Hopefully, Scooby will get everything right. Honestly, it all started wondering why other people, the gang, was wondering why Scooby could talk. All I can say is, who cares? He can talk. Maybe it was made a lab experiment. Maybe he was on Johnny Test. And Johnny's sisters made Scooby talk. And somehow have powers. You thought we was done? No. I got one more video that I want to react to. So, next video.
Draw my life. Welcome back to one of my reaction videos. Please don't send a copyright this time. Remember, you gave me the access. That's right, guys. Draw my life Tic Tac. The lost episode.
The Looney Tunes. Now, I like the Looney Tunes. I really do.
I love the squad. The gang. Bugs, Daffy, Elmer, Sam, the rest of them. But one of the things I won't like is them dying. It will literally ruin a true childhood's favorite show. But it has to be done. Velma ruined Scooby. It's time to see something else that is ruined.
When I saw the thumbnail, something was off with Bugs. And since this is a lost episode, let's see what this last episode is. Probably not good. Oh yeah, and what I also saw was Squidward. But not just Squidward. Red Miss Squidward. Android like Tic Tac. I don't know, sometimes I always keep on feeling like I'm gonna keep messing on that name. But, y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's start the video.
I was 23 years old, and I'd been living all on my own for a few years. My parents died in a traffic accident when I was 18, and I had no other relatives.
Hold on. Take out the captions.
So when I lost my job, I got really worried. I had to find a way to pay rent, or I would be thrown out. I spent weeks where I would search for jobs every single day until I eventually saw a help wanted sign on a video games and movies rental store called Video World. I went in, talked to the owner, and he gave me a job after barely asking me about myself. I was so happy. I would now earn enough money to pay the rent. Moreover,
So no
the first days of the
background
job
or
were
anything,
great.
just
I
straight
had
up.
the night shift, so I had to work from 8 p.m. to midnight. Not many people went into the store at those hours, so my job was pretty easy. However, on one of the first nights, I had a strange sensation. I felt the hunch that something not very pleasant would happen soon. Out of the store, a thick fog started to invade everything in sight. From within, we could barely see the other side of the street. The last customers had already left, and only me and the security guard remained. It was pretty late and I wanted to go home, but the guard warned me about how difficult it would be for me to find my way home in the middle of such a thick fog.
Yeah, you don't know who you're gonna run into. Either the hash-slinging slasher or a Looney Tune killer. Remember that one guy from Who Framed Roger Rabbit? The villain? The guy with the cartoon eyes that killed Eddie's brother? He might be out there lurking.
And so we decided to wait for it to dissipate. We watched the movie in the meantime until the guard asked me to go with him to the storage room in the back to look for some old shows and take them to the store. The storage had to be accessed from outside, so we had to go out. It was a dark and extremely cold room. Once inside, we started.
So wait.
The storage
What?
had to be accessed from outside, so we had to go out. It was a dark and extremely cold room. Once inside,
So
we
y'all
started
went outside to
take
go
out
to
the
your door.
boxes, but suddenly, one of the windows opened on its own, and a furious gust of wind pushed a pile of boxes which started falling my way. Not gonna lie, I was very scared. However, when I saw the guard laughing at that scene, I felt better. He pushed the boxes aside, and when I stood up, one VHS tape caught my attention. There was something written on it. Looney Tunes, The Daffy Duck Murderer. A shiver went down my spine when I read that title.
The Daffy Duck Murderer? The Daffy Duck Murderer. So is someone dressed as Daffy and just killing everybody? I mean, I get it. A lot of people don't like Daffy but love Bugs more. Since I know Daffy's like a number 2 character. And all they see is just a plain old duck that's just there for shows. Even Even some people will be questioning why they don't like Daffy. I don't know. They just do.
And it made me remember the most traumatic events from my past. The guard asked me if I was okay, so I showed him the tape and he suggested that we watched it inside. At first I refused. Something inside me was telling me it wouldn't be a good idea, but I ended up accepting. We went back into the store, put the tape in the VHS player, and prepared some snacks.
This is good drawing.
The Looney Tunes intro immediately appeared on the screen, but it was distorted as if it had some sort of haze effect. It also had no music, which was kind of strange. The phrase Looney Tunes Presents was also different. It would get closer and closer to the camera, but so slowly that it seemed to be some kind of editing error. It was so weird, and the guard looked at me with a dumbfounded expression as he kept on eating his snack. I was starting to feel creeped out. Then some sort of badly drawn hands covered in a red liquid appeared in the intro, followed by a voice that said, "You'll never forget this, folks," followed by a loud and disturbing laughter. The guard seemed entertained. He probably thought it was just a creepy fan-made project or something like that. And
Maybe.
outside, the fog was getting even more thick. So much so that nothing could be seen outside. Thus, we couldn't go home yet. The intro was over, and now we were seeing a black circle. It was similar to those which usually appear in cartoons, the ones that get smaller and show a character. However, this time around, the circle was getting bigger and bigger until it covered the entire screen. And then Bugs Bunny appeared. He was
Hey,
walking,
Bugs.
and the scene was repeating itself over and over again. Then we saw how he took a carrot out of his pocket and started to devour it. He wasn't eating it normally. He was furious. The next scene showed Bugs sitting on a tree branch, but everything shown was drawn unusually badly. And then he started talking, seemingly referring to the viewers. "You sure you want to see this, dog? And you feeling my pain?" Immediately after, the camera zoomed into his face, allowing us to see that he was crying uncontrollably, just as blood was coming out of his nose. Then he looked at the camera again and said, "He hurt me. Don't provoke him. Do not look for him." At that point,
What do you
both
mean
the
by that,
guard and
Bugs?
I were feeling uncomfortable. It was such a disturbing video. And even though I suggested we stopped watching, he still wanted to continue. So I kept watching as well. The next scene showed Pepe Le Pew and his girlfriend Penelope Pussycat having an argument. Their fight gradually escalated, and soon they started hitting each other violently and brutally. The camera zoomed into Penelope's face. It was beaten up and covered in blood. The camera then moved down, and we saw how the bone of her right leg was protruding out of her flesh. Strangely, everything around it looked somewhat distorted, except for the bone itself, which looked like a human bone. There was blood everywhere.
Ooh. Pepe really got abusive. I guess he got tired of his fiance keep on denying him. Like keep rejecting him. I mean, we don't know how Pepe Le Pew be when he sees a female skunk in the cartoon, but seeing this shows a different side of him. Instead of being a lovable, carefree man that doesn't take no for an answer for rejection, he decided to be abusive. And deadly. More deadlier than the stench.
Where noises of the cat and the skunk fighting invaded the scene. But suddenly, Daffy Duck appeared and said, "Fighting again, you lovebirds? Is that what you want the children at home to be watching? If that's the case, why don't we make it a bit more fun?" Then Daffy quickly took out a knife and started to stab Penelope over and over again, splattered in blood in all directions. It was a horrible and gruesome scene, and we could see how Daffy had an insane smile on his face. Pepe also seemed to be happy, making the scene even more strange and disturbing. We tried to stop the episode right there, but the buttons in the VHS player were no longer working, and its lights started to flicker. On the screen, we then saw Daffy Duck decapitating Pepe Le Pew and then holding his severed head in front of the camera. The dog was screaming as if he was possessed. Is this what you want, kids? Do you like seeing blood? Soon your heads will be mine too. And then the scene changed, showing the dog devouring the entrails of his former friend. The worst part of that gruesome scene was the sounds, which were terrifyingly realistic. We tried to look away, but we soon noticed something horrifying. It was Daffy, who was getting closer and closer to the camera. He advanced, little by little, as if he was warning us that we were next. The screen then went black, and we heard another voice. It sounded like a girl yelling for help. Please, don't let them chop off my head! The guard and I were pale and shaken in horror. We tried to rush out of the store, but the doors were blocked. The lights then started to flicker, and it looked like there was no escape. In a fit of panic, the guard then grabbed his gun and shot himself. His body fell to the floor, and I could only think about how to escape. I broke a window, and fortunately, I managed to get home. The next day, I read the tragic news. Both the owner and the guard of Video World died that night. However, the owner wasn't with us that night, so I didn't understand what happened to him.
Maybe Daffy got to him.
Later on, I learned that his wife found his dead body, decapitated and without entrails, on his bed. And on the wall, there was a message painted in blood. I will be the worst nightmare of this entire town. Daffy Duck. If you enjoyed this video,
Daffy.
Daffy?
Daffy.
Daffy. Through these years, Daffy. Through all these mother years. You finally snapped. You're just like Squidward. Just can't help but one day snap. I guess being number 2 didn't work well for you, did it? You had to resort to deadly violence to get the viewer's attention. To have the actual big screen. And not Bugs this time. Whereas Bugs, he was too horrified to stop you, didn't he? The only thing he's lucky, that he escaped. For now, you don't know when he'll be able to find you, Bugs. I guess this shows Daffy finally showed his true colors. Honestly, if Elmer Fudd was in that, Daffy would have definitely had his revenge. Seeing so much nothing but pleasure and gore. This is all the years that Daffy has been pent up for so many god years. And you snapped.
Daffy's true color has been shown, guys. It's finally been shown. I knew he'd get angry, but not this angry. That he had to resolve to this kind of violence and became carnivorous. Doesn't make sense how the store owner got killed, but I guess he has his way, Daffy has his way to come to the real world, and I guess the main character been able to not fall to be one of his victims. But anyway, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed that little reaction video. It was wildin' when I see that. And I guess when it comes to Pepe Le Pew's death, it gotten, I guess, the smell got even more rancid. I think, bad way to put that. Bad way to say that. But, y'all know what I'm talking about. Whew. Oh. I'm so tired. It's almost 2 in the morning. And I got in this outro. And anyway, if y'all enjoyed, make sure you
Scare that like button. Comment what you think of the video. Subscribe for more of my horror content. Make sure you share my videos. Stab that notification bells for more of my horror content. Wear fam the dark hoodie.
and we'll see you all in the next video. Peace.